The night Princess Amelia vanished, the sky itself seemed to break. Thunder rolled again and again, shaking the towers of Eldoria Palace, while rain fell like the kingdom was crying. Guards ran through the halls, torches trembling in their hands. The queen screamed Amelia's name until her voice cracked. The king stood frozen in the doorway of the princess's room, staring at the open window and the torn curtains, unable to believe that his little girl was gone. On the cold marble floor lay a single silver shoe, small and delicate, shining faintly in the torchlight. That shoe became the last proof that the princess had ever been there. By morning, the news spread across the kingdom. Bells rang not in celebration but in sorrow. Knights were sent in every direction. Messengers rode through forests, villages, and distant lands, carrying promises of gold and honor for anyone who could bring the princess home. But days passed, then months, and then years. The forest stayed silent. The mountains gave no answers. Slowly, hope faded, like a candle burning its last flame. Queen Helena never stopped waiting. Every night, she lit a lamp in Amelia's room, believing her daughter might find her way back by its light. King Robert grew older and quieter, his hair turning gray as the kingdom waited with him. People whispered that the princess was cursed, or dead, or taken by dark magic. Children grew up hearing her story like a sad legend, not knowing it was once painfully real. Far away, in the kingdom of Westhaven, lived Prince Daniel. He was young, strong, and kind, but he was not the kind of prince who enjoyed attention. While others dreamed of power, Daniel dreamed of purpose. He trained hard, not to impress, but to protect. He listened to the poor, helped farmers, and walked among people without guards whenever he could. From childhood, he had heard the story of the lost princess of Eldoria, and something about it never left his heart. One evening, while traveling alone through a quiet village near the Blackwood Forest, Daniel heard a song. It floated softly through the air, sad yet beautiful, like a memory trying to be remembered. The sound stopped him in his tracks. He followed it to a small wooden house, worn by time but warm with candlelight. When the door opened, a young woman stood before him. Her name, she said, was Amelia. The moment Daniel saw her, he felt a strange pain in his chest, as if his heart recognized something his mind could not. Her eyes held a deep sadness, but also strength. They talked for a long time that night. Amelia spoke of her simple life, raised by an old woman who found her as a child. She spoke of dreams that haunted her, dreams of marble halls, a golden crown, and a woman crying out her name. Daniel listened silently, feeling the truth forming inside him. Around her neck hung a silver pendant shaped like a lily. Daniel had seen that symbol before. That night, he barely slept. By morning, he spoke to the old woman, who finally shared the secret she had carried for years. During a terrible storm long ago, she had found a little girl alone in the forest, dressed in royal clothes, holding that pendant tightly as if it were her life. Fearful and poor, the woman raised the child as her own, never knowing the danger that followed her. Daniel knew then that destiny had placed Amelia in his path. But destiny is never kind without a fight. When whispers reached the ears of Lord Victor, a powerful and cruel noble who once planned to take Eldoria's throne, darkness stirred again. Victor had waited years for the royal bloodline to weaken. If Amelia returned, his plans would be destroyed forever. He sent soldiers to silence the truth. One night, torches surrounded the village. Amelia woke to shouting and fear. Daniel pulled her from the house, sword drawn, heart pounding. They ran into the forest as arrows flew past them. Rain soaked the ground, making every step heavier. Amelia stumbled, frightened and exhausted, but Daniel never let go of her hand. They hid in caves, crossed rivers, and walked until their feet bled. Along the way, Amelia learned who she truly was, and the truth terrified her. She was not just a lost girl, she was a princess with a kingdom waiting. Doubt filled her heart. Fear whispered that she was not strong enough. Each time, Daniel reminded her that strength is not born in castles, but in survival. At the ancient bridge leading to Eldoria, Victor himself appeared, surrounded by guards. His smile was cold and cruel. He mocked Amelia, calling her a ghost of the past. Daniel stepped forward, wounded and tired, but unbroken. The battle that followed was fierce and desperate. Steel clashed under the storm-dark sky. In the end, truth and courage won. Victor fell, defeated not by power, but by justice. When Amelia returned to the palace, the kingdom stood still. Queen Helena collapsed when she saw her daughter. King Robert held Amelia as if the years of pain melted away in that moment. Bells rang louder than ever before. Flowers covered the streets. The lost princess was home. Amelia was crowned once more, but she ruled with humility, remembering the life she had lived outside the palace walls. She listened to her people. She healed old wounds. And beside her stood Prince Daniel, not as a conqueror, but as her equal. Love grew quietly between them, built on shared fear, courage, and hope. When they married, the kingdom celebrated not just a union, but a promise. A promise that loss can turn into light, and that even the longest night ends with dawn. And so the story of the lost princess and the brave prince became a legend, whispered to children at bedtime and remembered by a kingdom that learned one powerful truth. What is meant to be found will always find its way home.